I have updated my playlists to help you find what you're looking for, anything from controversial topics that are relevant to Christian geeks, interviews with creators like author Brent Weeks and The Chosen's Dallas Jenkins, growing in faith as a geek, tabletop gaming, comic books, video games, movies, and TV shows, or you can just get to know me a little bit better. There is a playlist for you with more content being added to them all the time, so I hope you'll take a look and enjoy what you find. Thanks. Okay, I just stopped and started my recording for the last time. Next time I do anything over there, it'll be to shut off the stream. And I set the timer for 30 minutes, because in 30 minutes, I think, I'm going to switch and just spend the last 20 minutes or so playing Spider-Man. This is, man. This is the part of the marathon that I think maybe remember the least. It's the foggiest to me. There's a lot that really that is blurry the day after, and I really remember it all like a dream once it's over. It's just so much going on in one day, so much stimulation in one big stretch of time. It's really crazy. And I think I forget. I know I forget. I was just thinking earlier tonight, a couple hours ago, or maybe an hour or so ago, just with how my stomach was feeling and how my body's feeling. I'm just like, man, this really is tough at the end. This really does get tough at the end, and not to the point where I'm like, my gosh, why do I do this? You know, because I know why I do it, and I continue to think it's a good thing for Christian Geek Central and for me, and so. But man, it's probably good that I don't remember each year really what this feels like until I'm actually back in it. It's probably good that that's a hazy memory pretty soon after it's all over. I think I'm going to have just a quarter of a caffeine pill. So this is a fourth of a cup of coffee. This is sometimes what I'll give myself mid-afternoon in that little kind of low energy part of the day, just to give me a little teeny boost to get me through that little hump in the day. Just a little boost. Yeah, and I think playing this for less than 30 more minutes, and then switching over to Spider-Man, I think that gives me some benchmarks to kind of look forward to. Switching from one console to the other, that'll pass the time. I'm stalling and killing time right now. That last stretch was actually I'll probably look back and think of that as the worst part of the marathon. Once I got up, went to the bathroom, just kind of like moved around a little bit. That helped reset just a little bit. Okay. Nathan Norman says, have you ever considered doing the live stream from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m.? No, I don't. I think I've heard of people doing their marathon from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m., and that boggles my mind, because then you're losing a night of sleep and going all the next day as well. Unless you could somehow force yourself to sleep during the day leading up to that 8 p.m. start time. I mean, yeah, I'm puzzled. Maybe that's a joke, and or maybe there's something that some benefit of doing it that way. You'll have to tell me. Yeah, John Wilkerson asked the same question. Yeah, I can't imagine doing that. That sounds so much harder. DT says, random question, ever seen the film 1408? It's a horror, but don't know if you like those. Oh, I love horror movies. Not all horror movies, but a good chunk of horror movie types. Okay, all right. Do we need to set a new marker? What is our ambition? Where are we trying to go? So we did successfully get there. What's it going to look like if I set the marker here? Do I get to go outdoors to try and cover that ground? It looks like maybe I do. Okay, great, great. Great. Oh my gosh. Something's getting ready to come around that corner. More super mutants. Oh, that's one of those tough ones, right? Yep. Oh, jeez. Good gravy. Go through that ammo fast. Oh, my armor is probably in really rough shape. Yeah, the helmet definitely. Might as well just toss that. Alright. Not too bad. Alright. Okay. Nathan says the benefit is you go to bed at the end without disrupting your sleep schedule. John Wilkerson says, seems like a 2-hour nap right before you start would get you through the night. I've never been good at napping. I've been more able to nap since having kids. I used to never, literally be unable to fall asleep trying to nap. And even as it is now, it takes me a significant amount of time to fall asleep. And that's assuming that I've spent some time kind of cooling down, reading in bed for a while before then. And it still takes me a while to fall asleep. It's just kind of how I'm wired, unfortunately. So, naps, unless I am really tired, it's unusual circumstances and stuff, that they are not a guaranteed thing for me at all. Yeah. And my sleep schedule does not get crazy disrupted. I mean, when I go to sleep at the end of this, I'll wake up. I mean, the latest I'll sleep in will be 1, and it probably won't even be that. I'll probably wake up between 11:30 and 12:30. And, so I will have gotten 5 plus some hours of sleep, And then I'll have a day where I'm just kind of lounging around and, functioning all right. Not being useless as a husband and father, but not being in the best of shape either. And then go to bed at a little bit early time. I was going to say tomorrow, but tonight. So, yeah, I think it's cool you bring up some good points. I'll bet that does work better for some people, but I really don't think that would work for me. DT says, how do you feel about the future of gaming basically becoming just a Netflix for games? Yay or nay? Or don't think it will go that way? It's hard for me to imagine that because I really have to see it to believe that the internet infrastructure is going to be where it needs to be. I think that once wireless internet, like 5G, 6G, 8G, 12G, whatever it becomes, once that becomes like ubiquitous, just all over the place, and cheap and inexpensive, well, first of all, that'll be a great day, because I am so sick and tired, as I'm sure some of you are, of our local cable companies basically having a monopoly over our internet service. The other options are clearly inferior, as like satellite and stuff like that, for most people that live in cities. So I really look forward to the day when the infrastructure is like that. But it's hard for me to imagine when that'll actually happen. When we'll have internet reliable enough that I and many people like me will say, yeah, I don't need to have the thing installed in any way. I can just totally depend on an ongoing moment-by-moment good internet connection. And even when that day does come, I think there'll still be things I dislike about it because, well, I'll be more sad to see physical media disappear or become prohibitively expensive compared to the digital download alternative. I think that's what'll happen. It'll slowly become more and more boutique, more and more of a collector's type of thing to have the physical product. But the physical product, I mean, as long as there's a market for that, there's a used market that will be potentially significantly less expensive than buying it new. I mean, I know there's digital sales and stuff like that, but I like the idea of having that used market. I was going to say, bring up the whole idea of ownership and feeling like you own it, but when you buy games digitally, they can take that off of the store and make it so that if you uninstall it, you'll lose it forever if they want. That can certainly be a thing. So, I don't know. I guess my thoughts about it are not positive, but that's about all I can articulate. 5:20 in the morning. It's a good question, though. Good topic. You got me. You got my mind distracted on something else for a little bit. That's helpful. Thank you. But you were talking. You use the Netflix comparison. If we're literally talking about a Netflix for games, I really dislike that. I do not want to have a Netflix for games. That's what Game Pass is basically going for. And the thing is, I've talked about this. I apologize for those of you who are going to hear me say this again, because I've said this on the Christian Geek Central podcast, I feel like not too long ago. But the recent realization that, Game Pass has a ton of games, but there are games that get rotated in and out like Netflix. Well, that means that you're going to get a notification once a month of the games that are leaving. I'm grateful they do that. But what if you're like really into this game, but you don't want to rush it? And suddenly they say, hey, you got a month to wrap things up. I read a post from Microsoft that used that I think that exact phrase, wrap things up. Like, wrap things up? This is this big, huge game, or this big, long, open experience that I've invested in and stuff, What do you mean, wrap things up? And they give you the option to buy it outright at a discount, but yeah, no, that will never appeal to me as a replacement for buying my games and always having them when that's an option. So, yeah, that is a interesting topic and more relevant every day, I think. All right. Not thrilled with my... Oh yeah, I want to loot these guys. Not thrilled with my ammo stores. I feel like they're depleting just a little bit faster than I'm gaining more ammo. Gosh, should I pick up... I'm going to be leaning on my Chinese assault rifle. I feel like maybe I should get a couple of these. Alright, now I feel better. Okay. DT, I've enjoyed talking to you throughout the stream at different times. So I hope we'll connect again after this live stream, either at another live stream or if you leave comments below any of my videos, or if you want to email me, paeter@spiritblade.com. I try to make that pretty readily available and known to folks. Would love to connect with you more if you ever want to. I don't want to connect with these guys. I want to disconnect. My gosh. Oh, I was not meaning to duck there. Oh, could I, has this guy got anything I want? Nope. Raider! Oh, one of those guys. Definitely not a fan. My gosh. Okay, listen. Jeez. Whew. Alright, got some armor options here. And I've been waiting for option to repair my plasma rifle a little bit. Good, okay. 27, 31. 34, nice. Let's wear this. 43, very good. Very good. Is it finally time to drop this outcast armor? I kind of don't want to drop it. I kind of want to leave it in my house. Back in Megaton. Oh, this Tesla armor. $43. Oh, yeah, even at its max capacity, this Enclave Hellfire armor is going to be better. Rad resistant 20, energy weapons 10. 15, so it's not much better than that. And I think I'd rather have the better armor potential. So, yeah, I can dump that, but well, let's hang on to it for now. I don't absolutely have to get rid of it. Tesla helmet, can consolidate. I don't think I need that, do I? Can I just drop that? I don't know, you're at 288 in your weight right now, so you could probably hang on to it for a little bit longer. Gatling laser. Adam Calling says, well, I know you're not far from the end, but it's time for me to go to bed. Got work tomorrow. Have a wonderful last half hour. My gosh, Adam. I started out, you're about to go to bed twice. You're about to go to bed twice during this marathon. You were here with me at the very beginning, and then you went to bed, and then you woke up and had a whole day, and now you're going to bed again. You've gotten to sleep twice, and I haven't slept at all. That's messed up, my friend. But sleep well, and thank you so, so much for all the time you've spent with me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Adam. That's freaking funny. That's freaking funny. All right. I get to go to bed in just seconds longer than 30 minutes from now. Well, no, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom again before I go to bed. But oh man, 5:30. This is when I woke up 24 hours ago. My alarm was set for 5. Actually, I woke up at 5:24 about. 24 hours ago. It was dark in my house like it is now. My family was asleep like they are now. I got up, ran to the gas station, got myself a Pepsi, came and got everything going, fired up. It's amazing, like, it really is something to do 24... And I say this at the end of every one of these. And it really is something until you've done it yourself. Really is something. It feels like so long ago. Like it feels like a week ago that I got up this morning, yesterday morning. And in gaming time, it kind of was. You know, I made this comment last year, I know, that... oh geez, Centaur here to see me off. Jeez Louise, I'm seeing all of you off. Good gravy. Ugh. But like, on a typical week, if I game 2 hours a night. That's pretty typical for me, I suppose, because I got maybe some other things going on. I'm done working at 7. I go to bed a little after 10. So let's say there was some crazy week, and I can't remember ever having a week like this. Let's say there's some crazy week where every night I game for 3 hours, because every once in a while I'll be able to game, Holly's working the whole night, there's nothing else that's going on, so I'll game from 7 to 10. Let's say I had a week where I did that every single night. That's still Monday through Friday, just 15 hours. Just 15 hours. And then let's say on Saturday, I don't know, 3 or 4. And maybe 3 again on Sunday, or 4. So 15 plus 8. What's 15 plus 8? I don't know. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I guess that adds up to close to 24 hours. So that's like a week's worth of an unusual amount of gaming that I do in a single stretch. So, I mean, it's no wonder that it feels like it was a week ago that I got up and started this. So insane. It's so insane. But, I'm grateful that something as dorky and as fun as this can be used to, kind of rally efforts to raise funds for people that really need it and are scared and hurting. That's really neat. I'm really glad to do this as a significant event of Christian Geek Central every year. I found La France South! When I was in college, I had to take diction classes. I got a vocal performance degree. So I studied singing classical music. And we had to take a French, one semester class each of French diction, German diction, and Italian diction. We had to take some foreign languages too, but we had classes just learning how to properly pronounce and then sing in those languages. Because taking the language classes themselves, they weren't necessarily emphasizing pronunciation. Anyway, so the dumb thing I did to entertain myself, which actually made my work harder because they were very wordy and I had a lot more work to do, was for each class I was in, I would sing. We had to sing throughout the semester, 4 or 5 pieces in the language of that class we were studying. Language we were studying in that class. And I would do the national anthem for Germany and Italy and France. The French one I did, the French national anthem I did terribly. But anyway. John Wilkerson says, next year play one game for 24 hours. The thought has blipped into my mind before to do that. And there have been some years where I've thought to myself, I could play such and such game this whole 24 hours. But for variety's sake, I don't. Both for variety during the live stream, and then also because I've, in the last 2 or 3, now this will be the 3rd year in a row I've done this, I've taken to cutting it up into hour-long chunks and making that like a weekly video game content installment on Thursdays every week when there's not some other video game review or other video game-related content that I'm doing. I default to that. And so for the sake of that weekly content as well, I want to have some variety, but man, if I was doing this just by myself, I wasn't doing a live stream or something, I would definitely do things differently. I would definitely play different games. I would stick with certain games longer. If it was just for me, I definitely would do things differently. But I still really have a lot of fun doing it this way too, so... Who are these bad guys over here? Well, before I go hunt them down, let's put a marker on the map. I'm about done with this game, but I want to have a goal waiting for me next time I sit down to it. Yeah, I checked a good number of boxes. Museum of History. Move that marker. Okay. Good. 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 Well, let's save our game. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now, guys. I'm close. I'm close. I'm stinking close, baby. All right. Let's finish off swinging around New York. That sounds like a good time. I think I had Andromeda in there before, right? Did I take that out? I thought I left it in there. No, I took it out. So there's no disc in there right now. Let's just put in Spider-Man. Man, guys. I played a lot of great games during this marathon. I'm so glad I went back to some of these older ones. There's definitely some that, like, going back to, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I get why I set this one down. More of those than I thought there would be. I was really feeling optimistic about more of these titles than I ended up kind of ultimately feeling about them. But definitely some titles that, like, I was just reminded, yeah, this is a great time. Battle Chasers Night War. Fallout 3 I already knew I was having a great time with. What else? Far Cry Blood Dragon ended up being probably not something I'll continue playing. Same with Star Wars The Force Unleashed. That'll be a pretty rare thing that I come back to. Singularity, I've played through once. And at least with headphones on, I do not need to play again. Same with Homefront The Revolution, I don't know. Oops, dang it. That's not what I meant to do. But Horizon Zero Dawn. That was great to come back to that. Pathfinder Kingmaker, I mean, I was just taking a short break from that. It's not something I was, like, really coming back to, but... like, Battle Chasers Night War was kind of a surprise to come back to that and, like, wow, I'm really digging on this. So I'll want to come back to that before too long, for sure. But the one that was the most just surprising delight to come back to and say, oh man, I'm really liking this, is Spider-Man. Really happy. The time I've spent with this game this morning, I was like, this is what I want from this game. It was not giving that to me when I played it a few play sessions a month or so ago. I think I just needed to push through that little dip. And it's been great to kind of rediscover my enjoyment of this game. Arch Saint. Says, good morning, Peter. Glad to see you're still conscious. Almost there. How art thou? I'm doing good here at the end. I'm past the worst of it. The worst of it was between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. That was real rough. All right, let's do our timing check here. Check. Oh, that's way off. It's inexcusable. Inexcusable. We're gonna fix that. Let's try this. Oops, gotta look at the thing. Check. We'll call that good. We'll call that good. Alright, Spidey, we're not doing any of that stuff. I just want to swing free.
Yuri, I've got eyes on a mob of Riker's escapees. They're hunkered down for the long haul.
But you can take care of that, Yuri. I just want to swing and be Spider-Man tonight. Been having a rough time. Been saving this city for 24 hours without sleep. Sometimes a spider's just gotta swing.
This is Sable Control. What's the situation in Koreatown? Control, APC Echo's in pursuit of fugitives.
Let's see here. Let's go get us a backpack. Alright, let's go get this backpack. Who is shooting stuff at me? I just want to get backpacks. Oh, this city is aggressively going after me, isn't it?
Conspiracy theories. All nasty words people have used to insult and demean me. But now, after years of me trying to warn you all, here we are. Spider-Man has literally brought a plague down upon us. Why do I blame him and not Martin Lee? I do blame Martin Lee. He deserves swift justice, but he's a lunatic terrorist.
Oh, I missed the backpack.
Whereas Spider-Man claims to be a hero. Yet he obviously knew about the threat and didn't warn us. He either thought he'd handled it, which makes him criminally negligent, or he was in on it, which makes him a terrorist too.
No simple backpack retrievals today.
Again? No, I get it. It's not like the city has real problems. Know you deserve that, right?
Oh, there it is.
An Oscorp visitor badge from when I interviewed there. Would have paid well, but Dr. Octavius offered the chance to really make a difference.
DT says, I've never played this game. Is it good? I was worried it was a game that was so cinematic they would take control out of your hands so often. We couldn't do anything. You have the option in many of these kind of like cinematic action moments to either continue controlling the action via fairly simple QTE button command sequences. I prefer to turn those off and just let the cutscenes play in the middle that will temporarily interrupt the action. But for the most part, the action is all in game, that you're in control of it, and you know it's not this heavy cutscene experience where, like a JRPG that'll have these big 10-minute cutscenes, or even like I don't think I've even seen a cutscene that's as long as 5 minutes in this game. So the high points of this game is controlling Spider-Man and swinging around the city. I had some issues with the difficulty. I feel like Spider-Man does not feel as powerful to me as I want him to feel, but part of that is my low skill level in these kinds of games. Yeah, so that needs to be factored in. But I did find out about a glitch that allowed me to kind of do an experience grind cheat so that I could boost my level basically to max. And now, combined with having it on the lowest difficulty, I'm able to have much closer to the kind of super-powered experience that I want to have. So yeah, I'm having a good time with this one. There's a few lulls here and there. I was put off from the game a month or two ago when back-to-back there were 2 story missions where I was doing stealth sequences playing as MJ and Miles Morales. And there are multiple stealth sequences with MJ that you play as MJ that are interspersed throughout the main story. I happened to hit 2 back-to-back because I'd spent a lot of time doing open world stuff, and so I was just ready to kind of advance the story in mainline story quests, and there happened to be 2 in a row that were stealth missions and not fun for me, and so that caused me to put down the game for a while until prepping for this marathon. So there are some lull points and some things that I don't enjoy that I do have to put up with, but as I was reminded playing it during this live stream that, you know, there are some really great things about the game too that I don't necessarily want to miss just because I'm not always in the mood to put up with the stuff I don't like. So whether it's a game that from here on out I'm mainline and get through the whole thing, or one I still just continue to play off and on for months until I'm done with it. I think there's
Jen Watanabe gave me her cell number when she finally decided to trust
I think there's a good chance I'll see it through to the end.
She's risking a lot. If anyone finds out she's helping me, she'll lose her job.
DT asked, do you remember The Order, that early PS4 exclusive that looked amazing in Victorian London but was terrible and just so much about cinematics? Oof. Yeah. That's an interesting kind of story. I've heard some people kind of soften on their criticism of it in light of the fact that it really became a bargain bin title, you know? And I've heard more than one reviewer basically say that, hey, you know, it deserved what it deserved what it got at launch, coming out as a full-price game. Let's see here. How do I zoom? I just want to... Oh, do I need to activate this little black cat mission? But they said, in the context of it being a bargain bin game that you can buy it for $10 or $7 or something, it's a neat experience for that price point. So I've always been at least a little bit curious about it since then.
Bet you're wondering why I'm back in the game.
Oops.
Straight and narrow just got boring. My target number's 50 million. Nice round number, don't you think? But if you catch me before I hit my goal, I'll give it all back and go straight. My future's in your hands, Spider.
Alright. Got some more backpacks we can get. Looks like it. Let's get this backpack. This backpack right here. No, let's get this one. Let's get this one first. We'll get that backpack, and then we'll get the other backpack. Okay. Here we go. I love these backpacks. I love him so much. I love the backpack. I'm gonna get all the backpack.
1051, escaped prisoners and vehicles are causing a major disturbance. Report came in from Clinton. Over.
Took a bullet from the cops back when they thought I was working with Electro. Good thing textbooks are thick.
Huh.
Too bad they're also expensive.
$28 out of 55. Oh, that's wonderful. All those backpacks I have left. Good times. Good times. Let's go get another one. Oh.
My thesis paper on neurotechnology. This got me the job with Dr. Octavius.
This is gonna be, I'm pretty sure, my comfort food video game. After I'm done, I said this earlier in the stream, but like after I'm done eating my Ben and Jerry's or whatever kind of little treat I'm gonna wake up to, watching something like, I don't know, Vikings, or maybe some of Game Informer's Extra Life live stream. When I'm ready to sit down and play a video game again, I think it'll be this one for a little while. But dang. Pathfinder Kingmaker, Battle Chasers Night War. I played some good games, y'all. Fallout 3. Good games. Oh man, and I think the time I had playing with Holly was some of the most fun I've had in any part of Extra Life ever. That was awesome. If you missed that, I can't wait for you to see that. We were laughing and, oh man, it was great. That was special. There were several special moments in this. This is a special year in a number of ways. Let's see here. Let's go to this one.
It is my responsibility to catch that pigeon. I can't believe I said that. I could never give this prototype spider tracer enough range to be useful, but I did adapt the tech into my web traps, which really come in handy.
Just about the end here, guys. Give me one more backpack.
He got away.
Ground teams, this is Control. Need a status update from Turtle Bay. 10-4, this is ATC Sierra. We are commencing our patrol.
There is someone...
Oh, this is a trickier one. It's embedded down there somewhere or something. I don't know how I'm supposed to get access to that. Is it like under the... Ah.
Lethal force authorized. Control.
There it is.
Spider-Man sighted. Please advise. Deploy.
There we go.
Contact with Spider-Man control. Weapons free. Clear to engage.
Just let me get my backpack.
Almost forgot I bought this snow globe for Aunt May. I think I get my love for this city from her.
That's beautiful. Alright, set that to go off 2 minutes before the end here. Okay. Well, I'll just wrap up. Oh, crap. I'll just wrap up here by saying thank you so much to all of you guys that are here watching now, and all of you that maybe will see this later that were here for other parts of my marathon. It makes a big difference. Makes a big difference, and helps me to stay awake and just feel a sense of solidarity. Appreciated you guys hanging in there between 4 and 5 with me. Those of you that were here, there's maybe just 1 or 2 of you. I can't remember. It's so foggy now, but that was a rough hour. And I wasn't interacting with chat very much, just kind of babbling and mumbling. And but you guys hung in there and didn't disappear for my lack of interaction. And so anyway, I really appreciate you guys. My thanks again to all the members of the Christian Geek Central Extra Life team. So cool, even throughout this marathon, I got notifications of more donations coming in to various team members. Really cool. Can't wait to see what the end of the year total ends up being. That's awesome. And thank you to everybody who donated toward me or any other team member. What an unexpected blessing, and I have to assume a movement of God in people's hearts, whether they are aware of it or not, whether they're believers or not, but His moving in hearts in a financially tough year to bring about volunteers that were part of the team and donors who sacrificed and gave to make this a year that breaks all the records of our fundraising that we've done up to this point for Extra Life. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So, oh, Nathan, how sweet again. You said that last year. Farewell, sweet prince. A flight of angels sing thee to thy sleep. Thank you so much. That's a quote from something. Is that Shakespeare? That's got to be Shakespeare. It's just beautiful. DT says, don't forget to say goodnight to the man outside the window. Oh, man. John Wilkerson says, yay, you did it, Pater. Thank you. And Arch Saint says, awesome, man. Thank you so much. All right. That's it. The clock says 6:01. I am going to go sleep. And I'm ending this one with less in me than last year. I'm definitely looking forward to next year. Definitely looking forward to doing this again as long as I can. I think it's just a great... Oh, thanks, Melissa Leonetti, for jumping in here at the end. I didn't see you there. Yeah, definitely... Oh, Hamlet. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, definitely looking forward to next year. Definitely glad it's done this year, and I get to go sleep and then recover. Anyway, thank you so much. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
ChristianGeekCentral.com